welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. It is time. Grandmaster Quest. Monkey Madness 2. All the stats, all the requirements, and an inventory that is ready to be filled with everything we need. We start by talking to King Narnode here. It is good that we stopped by because there's problems. Gloff escaped. And since we've done so much to help them before, we will look into Gloff's disappearing. I'll go look for him. We will start by finding any clues that he left behind. We'll go to his house. And that is right out here, just outside the Grand Tree. The hot air balloon's really in the way from this angle. It's just right next to his house. Maybe that's why he left. There's a hot air balloon right outside his house. It's a bit much. We investigate the tree here. We find a handkerchief. Initials AA. And that is going to be Gloff's girlfriend, Anita. So we can go talk to her. All the way in the corner of the stronghold. Is this your handkerchief, Anita? Yes, it is. She is looking very sad. Why are we here? What's wrong? She fears the worst for Gloff. And what do you mean? She suspects that he's seeing someone else. She hadn't heard from him in a while, so she went to visit. And it seemed like no one was there. But then she heard something. She kind of blames us for Gloff losing his job. And that's sort of fair, but it's also his fault entirely, so. But he might be in trouble. We should probably at least check it out. She heard whispering from higher up in the tree. She wasn't agile enough to get all the way to the top to see what was going on. There's nowhere else the voices could have been coming from. So we need to climb up there and figure out what's going on. We are easily agile enough. You would think we would have been able to see there was another level here. Nope, that's down. We need to climb upwards. Climb up tree. There's another level to his house, I say, while standing right here, completely covered by another level of the house. Sure. Here we have some interesting things. We can burn ourselves on these candles, like a genius. Nothing in this crate. We got a statue on a rotating stand. I turn it. Click. Open the cupboard. Where we find a book on spy tactics. And in here we find a mysterious half-burned note. If we read the book on spying, we get some information about secret documents. By using grapes and lemons and fire, you can have invisible ink. You need to grind the lemon with a pestle mortar, apply the juice to the parchment, then add light heat from a candle, and then brush some grapes. And then the note will be visible again. So we need a brush, which is also conveniently here. Don't eat the lemon, use the lemon. Warm the note. And then grapes. On the juice brush. And we can read the note. The note is in Gnomish. Oh boy. We're going to need the translator book to figure out what this says. The king gave us a translator book during Grand Tree, so he can help us again with the book. Again. Ancient Gnomish. And here is the translation book. He has a spare copy. Convenient. Using the translation, there are some parts of this note that aren't included in the translation book. So we can't quite figure out what this says. Any more suggestions, King? This translation guide is incomplete, so we should probably go talk to the author. They'll be able to help translate. And if we look at the book here, it is written by Anita herself. A master translator is what we need here. I found this note in Gloff's home, and she can translate it. It's definitely not his handwriting, I think she said. But anyway, here is our note. Gloff, it took some persuading, but the monk has finally shown me the route. I managed to find a replacement pilot to fill my post while we are away. At dawn, we head to ... So now we have the translation. But what does it mean? Back to the king. Gloff had help leaving the stronghold. From the note, this references a replacement pilot. And the only recently reassigned pilot was Laurie, who took over LeSmith's post at the balloon. We need to find out where he might have went to and talk to Assistant Laurie. So the balloon was connected, but not as an annoyance, as an escape route. Here is Assistant Laurie. And who are you? They've been assigned here by August because Assistant LeSmith left or something. We should speak to August about that. And now is the part where we need to go to Intrana. And that is always problematic. To go to Intrana, we are not allowed to have any armor or weapons. And that includes things in the looting bag. So we need to open this up, get everything out, and then use our classic Intrana strategies. That also includes destroying the lunar staff, as it is untradeable and not droppable. Jumping into the wilderness to destroy the looting bag. Hopefully no one shows up. We can just grab all our stuff. All of our piles and piles and piles of stuff. Perfect. We can still bring a looting bag on Entrana. It just can't have anything in it. So I am going to go and get that back because, my goodness, the inventory space. We return to the table. Import Raving. We can store things here for up to 10 minutes. But other people can see them, so there's always a risk. We need to quickly put everything on the table. Head to Entrana. Do what we need to do there. And then come back for all the stuff. Stuff in here like the Dragon Scimitar, the Black Chaps, the Dragon Square Shield. Just a whole pile of really cool stuff there on a table. Always super concerning. One thing we can't put on the table, though, is the Barrow's Gloves. So we need to drop those and immediately head out. As an untradeable, they will stay on the ground for 2, maybe 3 minutes. We just need to be as quick as we can. Talking to August over here. Hey there. Why did Assistant Smith leave? He was doing a dangerous route to Ape Atoll. Thanks for the information. And we're off. So Agent Smith left. He's gone missing on a trip to Ape Atoll. Gloff already had connections in Ape Atoll, so it's safe to assume that's where he went. And now we see if anybody popped up in the minute we were gone to take all of our things. Nope. We're good. We got all of our tens of thousands of darts, our range gear, and it's back. Fantastic. And the magic short bow. Why not? So now we know. Let's go talk. Back with the king. We have learned what has happened, king. Evidence that Gloff's heading for Ape Atoll. Assistant Smith flew them there in the balloon. Really should have put him in better custody. But here we are. He must be working with the monkeys again. And the rest of the 10th squad remained on Ape Atoll, keeping a close eye on Awowage. So they might have seen something out of the ordinary there. Figure out what Gloff's doing. We've been reassigned back to Ape Atoll again. We should report to Sergeant Garkor for further orders. But of course, Ape Atoll means we should bring a monkey speak amulet and a gree. So we get to do most of Monkey Madness 1 for a third time. Getting the magical talking monkey dentures. Heading down into a hole. hurting ourselves immensely. And grabbing the monkey amulet mold. All the way through the tunnels to talk to Zuknak. We need to make the monkey talisman, 1 gold bar, and 1 set of monkey dentures. And the mold. And voila! An enchanted bar. And the mold back. Exactly why he needs the mold, he has his reasons, I'm sure. And now we need to go and turn this into the amulet, which is super convenient now because we have Apatol teleports. Really makes this a much nicer process. We still can't get in past the gorillas here, though. We are trapped now. Oh, oh, they're moving. Let's get out of the way. I need to go down this trapdoor. Nope. Ugh. Well, now I need to get my prayer back. Let me just go to the statue here. And we got poisoned. They seem very inconsistently not walk-throughable, which is slightly awkward. Let's just do the regular method of going upstairs, or up ladder, and then going back down ladder. Because this works. And when it works, it works. Open the trapdoor. Down the trapdoor. 1 bar in the fire. And there is a monkey amulet mold, once we're not in combat anymore. Up the ladder. Monkey speak amulet. Steal from a baby monkey again. Monkey talisman. And just kill a monkey archer to take his bones. And back through the tunnels again to make a new Gree-Gree. 1 monkey talisman. 1 ninja bones. And we're good. A bit of magic. And the Gree-Gree is ours. So now, we can continue with Monkey Madness 2. Not 1. Here is Garkor. We're back. King Node sent me again, because we're looking for Gloff. They've not seen any indication that he's here. But there's been a lot of activity from Awowagi. The king, Narnode, was going to send someone here soon enough to at least check that out. The monkeys have been very tight-lipped about their plan. But if it's connected to Gloff, we really need to investigate this. So we're going to talk to Awowagi directly about his plans. It's worth a shot. So let's just head in here and ask the leader of the monkeys what their plans for their military are. Military strategy. But he'll only discuss this with the highest ranking military officers. Namely, Kruk. Although he has been being very late to their meetings. So he's going to send a messenger to go see what Kruk is doing. Except the messengers are busy. And so we will. Of course. Kruk should be up near the gate. But first, we need to tell Garkor about that thing that we just talked right next to him about. How are you spying on Awowagi if you didn't hear our conversation right now? We need to go find Kruk, kill him, and become Kruk through the Gree-Gree. So, we just have to go find him. With any luck, he'll be isolated from the rest of the guards, because that would make things slightly more difficult. We know the routine of making Gree-Grees. We literally just did that. So I'll get right on it. Hey, other ninja monkey. Which I totally am. I got a message for Kruk. Where's he at? He doesn't know. But Kruk has been disappearing from his post a lot. We could try to track him down. We can start looking on the only way off of the wall here. So that's a reasonable idea. And here are the tracks. We found a single pair of monkey prints when all the monkeys come down this way. Seems legit. Tracks continue out this way. There's some more. Tracking them through the underbrush. More tracks. Tracks over here. Small footprints. I don't know if we want small footprints. I think we're more looking for large footprints. These are size footprints. More footprints here. And here, a trapdoor. Climb in. Why not? We are down in the second tunnels. Oh boy. Right over here, across these monkey bars, is where we need to be. But they are magical monkey bars, which we can't cross. So instead, we get to do this whole place. There are two options. A long tank test kind of situation, or an agility course with a lot of failure. And at the end, Kruk. So we need to get actually prepared for this. We're gonna need more than a banana and a couple potatoes. We will be going with the agility route. Starting here with this dodgy ground. If we look at the floor, we can see there is a bit of a path you can take. So by going around here, we can try heading this way. Pressure plates on the floor, which we can agilely pass past, and squeeze through a hole. jump across the gap, and we are off to the races. This is where it starts being extra annoying. There are multiple paths, but only one of them will work. The other one, you will just constantly fail. But you eventually figure it out when your character says that this is just not the right way. Walking across this log. So far, so good. And if we've crossed that one, that means that the next ones are the way to go. Because there's no other option. Jump across a pillar. Having a great time. Swing across a vine. And if we fall, it's a bad time. We'll end up having to go through a dungeon full of enemies. Just chock full of enemies. So we want to avoid that, if at all possible, by just being lucky and choosing the correct path every single time. That's the idea. Here we have a rocky ledge to fall down. And we did not bring a light source. That was a mistake. I'm gonna go get a light source. Just make this better for ourselves. And there's the something feels wrong message. So we know we're in the right place. Or we're in the wrong place, which tells us which is the right place. Yeah. Since the north path didn't work out for us, we head for the south path. Climb across some wall supports. Try not to fall. And then we have a vine we can walk on. And we can walk on it. Fantastic. A hole to squeeze through. Leading to another hole to squeeze through. Very agility. That's the whole thing here. And now, we're in this room. There's a hole over here we need to get to. And we can observe the floor again. The ones that aren't worn down, we'll just drop you in the pit. Because of course they will. We head all the way through here. And we can unlock the chest with our impressive 99 thieving. And grab a key. Back out. Through the sort of a maze, kinda. And we can continue on deeper into the caves. More of this, looping all around to get us up to the top here. And this is the direction we need to go, so. More pillars to jump on. Fun, fun. Not like the other agility obstacles where it just automatically goes. Nope. Each individual pillar. There's probably an individual failed check on each of these pillars and each of the walking across anything else's, so it's not like we're getting out of anything in situations where it's automatic. And that gets us to the door we needed the key for. So open that, and here we are. The key also broke, so that's not ideal. We also switch it up to protect from range here. Because now if we fall, there's different monkeys down there. Fun, fun. Cross the vine, which is guaranteed. And now the path splits. Let's try this way. If we succeed, it means it's the right way. And we did. Perfect. And now it's back to more pillars. Because of course it is. Hop, 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 hop. As tedious as this is, the dungeon is not full of enemies up at the top part at least. And tons of traps. And massive in length. Like the other path through here is. So I will take what I can get, honestly. And now we have another 2 possible choices. More pillars or wall supports. Let's go for the wall supports because it's closer. This is wrong. And now we get attacked by monkeys. We have prayer, so we're fine. We need to get to the exit here. And keeping prayer up is the right choice. Because they're always attacking. There is no opportunity to not be getting attacked. And we're free. And that leads us right back here again. Where we can walk, bounce across, get back to where we now know we need to go the other way. So instead of the convenient handholds, it's time for more pillars. Oh boy. We have 2 options here, again. One of the directions has way less pillars I need to jump on, so I'm going to try that one first. That would be nice. Oh my goodness. Nope, that was the wrong way. So we get to go the long pillars way. Okay. That's fine. We need to run back through here again. Protect from range. Firmly on. And we'll be good to go. This is the wrong way. It's a mess down here. It really is. Not left. Right. Pillars. Pillars, pillars, pillars. They could have made this faster. Clearly. Like, how about pillars with a space in between so you could jump across the gap and go twice as fast? It's fine. With any luck, we shouldn't have to do this too many times. I mean, luck. That is the thing, isn't it? Jump this gap. And we're on to our next. Which way is the right way? This way is a hole, which we can go through. Then we have another hole here, which is the wrong way. There's just something lives in there. Sure. But that answers the way we need to go. Not this way either. Okay. Never mind then. Straight across. There's actually 3 options there. Yay. I guess technically there still are 2 more paths here. We go this way, or we could go this way. Something in the hole? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, hole monster, for punching me in the face. Super convenient. Love to see it. So we have to go down here. And then I guess there is technically, again, 2 choices. We can loop around this way through the entire dungeon. Or we can just cross the rocky ledge. Nope. Of course not. Alright. The longest possible path it is. Thanks. Typical. Typical. Technically, there's still a longer possible path. Would have required heading east at the start instead of north. But this is the longest possible path that goes north, so we're here. We already know we can't go on either of these, so we're forced this way. Oh, great! It's the longest pillars. Fantastic. Ideal. There's still a chance of failure, even on the correct path. Pretty sure. But my goodness, the absolute quantity of pillars. We need to go through all 3 of the pillar sections of this section. It's out of control. How is this dungeon the way that it is? How did this happen? And everything's just on 2 levels. This crazy mess of agility obstacles over a pit of monkeys. Yep. How it is. Just how it is. And we know we can't cross the rocky ledge, so we gotta go through this hole. And we know we can't squeeze through that hole, so we gotta go on this vine. And now, there's no more choices. I mean, I guess there's been no choices since the start of this clip. There was only one final way that we could physically possibly need to go. And now we're here. Cross the ledge. Jump across on the vine. And we are basically out of here. Another dodgy floor to walk across. And this leads us to the intersection of the combat route and the agility route. So we continue heading on. And defensively, we need to protect from melee again. Partially because there's just maniacal monkeys here. Bop at us. And we get more pillars! Oh boy. Oh. That's wrong. Somehow. Rocky ledge. There we go. And now we need to worry about monkeys up top here too. Sad. And we're safe. Now we can walk on this vine. There's only 2 possible ways at the end here. And we didn't get the one that is 1,000,000 pillars, so yay. We did it. Basically. And now we just have the fight left. Well, technically we could fall a whole bunch of times. But hopefully 81 agility finishes this for us. That's the dream. That's the dream. More dodgy ground to dodge around. And also, a wall we can investigate. A hidden passage, which goes from here to the start, which is super convenient if you want to go restock, if you ran out of supplies coming through here. But we should be fine. On the other side of here is Croc. So we have to prepare. We've got potions. We've got prayers. We've got what we need. Croc uses range and melee attacks. So what we need to do is lure him over. And then get him stuck. And now, it's just a matter of flinching. We don't have piety or even chivalry, so we're going to be flicking the 15% prayers here. But our stats are also nice and high, so we should be able to manage. And we have prayer pots, so we can restore that too. So much for this boss fight. Never stood a chance. And we take just his paw, because I guess we decided that was enough. And now we can leave. Climb up the rope here. And this brings us right over here near the monkey child and aunt. We've got the paw part, so we just need another talisman, and we can get the Croc Gree. This time, we can just buy one. Very cool. Back to Zooknock. About my mission. I have Crux Remains. And he can make the Gree. You can tell this was separately coded from all the other Grees, because I didn't need to confirm we were making a Gree, use the items on him. But there it is. Kruk was very powerful, so this might have different effects than some of the other Grees did. An interesting assumption. It does magically bring us swords, so that's cool. And now, we can talk to the king. Hello, king. It is me, Croc. I am here. Yep, everything's fine. Let us discuss our plans. We seem distracted. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Where were we? What were we talking about? Those plans. They're going to be a three-way assault. An alliance with the ogres and the trolls, working on a new fleet of battleships, and developing a secret weapon. So how is progress going? I'm working on it. Very good. So that is what we needed. They're trying to forge alliances, so we will stop that. They're building battleships, so we're going to stop that. And there's also a secret weapon. They're planning another attack. And we have a bit of information. There's no surprise that the ogres and trolls would want to destroy the humans too. Of course, they're building more battleships, but not at the shipyard like last time. So we'll get some scouts to look around, find these battleships. And also, a secret weapon. We'll have someone investigate that too. We will start with the problems we can actually solve. The trolls and the ogres. We're going to give them a visit. A troll named Cobb at the Troll Stronghold, and the head of the city guard in Gutenoth. Very doable. But we're going to need a slightly different setup here. I need my ranged gear out of the looting bag. And so, it's back in the wilderness again. Also don't think I'm going to need the regular ninja Gree anymore, since we have the Kruk one. Worst case scenario, we can run back through the tunnels, make another Gree. But since we don't need to worry about getting attacked while in there, it'll be okay. Make sure we're actually in the wilderness. Or if we destroy this, all our things are destroyed. And pick everything back up. All the equipment, all the runes, all the herbs. Very good. And then we can pop some of this stuff on to give us some space to pick up. Oh, not that. I'll take the water runes, fire runes, and the banana. And 2 potatoes, why not? Loot bag. Another one. Our first target is Cobb. He's a 185, so even higher level than the troll generals. We need to be careful here. Protect from melee before we talk. I know about your deal with the monkey, and I'm here to persuade you to not. I will fight you. If I win, they will not join the monkeys. And I will win, because I'm just going to stand over here and fire through the doorway. Cobb is very powerful. Even with Protect from Melee, he can still hit, which is super dangerous. Max is a 57, but Protect from Melee brings it down to a 28, which is still a lot. It's still a lot. Theoretically, possible. If I just stood in melee, brought some combo food, but really, really unnecessarily dangerous. When we can just stand over here and win. There is a lot of cheesing it in this quest. But I like to think of it as game mechanics and knowledge. Can I stand over here? Yes. If they really didn't want people to stand over through this doorway, they can make his wander range only over there and still probably have problems with all the walls. Generally, if it's not a square room, it's going to be a mess. Maybe a battle to the death is too much. But they will call off the attack. That's 1 down, 1 to go. Very conveniently, we have this agility shortcut here now. So we can just climb up right here. Fantastic. Yet again, Protect from Melee to start. And talk to Keith. I know about your deal with the monkeys, and I'm here to persuade you to stop. And I offer to spare your life. Battle to the death. And he's stuck. Our battles to the death are not very honorable, are they? Then again, they decide not to battle to the death, so who's the real chicken? They should have specified. They should have been more specific how they wanted to do this. But here we are. Using range. Winning. Again, much stronger than the other city guards and ogres. And he can hit incredibly high. A max hit of 47. And possibly that's through protection prayers. Maybe it's only 20-something. But still. I'm very strong. And the deal is a deal. They will not ally with the monkeys. The first part of the plan has been dealt with. The alliances are no more. Garkor has had his men looking around for this battleship fleet. And while they didn't find the shipyard, they did see a familiar face sneaking around. Les Smith, the pilot from the Stronghold. He's the one that flew Goloff here. So he'll have the information we need. We need to track him down. Somewhere on Ape Atoll. Oh boy. Thanks. That narrows it down a bunch. Here he is. In the ruined building next to the Monkey Child. I have an amulet of human speak. Don't worry about it. So he can talk to me, because I'm Kruk. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Clef told him not to talk to anyone. And why is that? The fleet must be kept a secret. Well, he's already told me about the battleships. I'm here to check on progress. Where is the fleet currently situated? The shipyard was bare. I'm not going to find anything there, obviously. Of course. The airships are being built off the coast. Airships, right. Everything is on schedule. And now we know what and where. Airships. Very neat. Garkor. They're making airships off the coast. So it's no wonder there was nothing at the shipyard. We have to deal with this. Find where they're being constructed. And then sabotage. Just like they said, on the coast, we've got a guard and a rowboat. They're keeping track of who comes and goes to the construction platform, where they're making the fleet. I would like to visit the platform. And I can, because I am Kruk. And now I am no longer Kruk, but here we are. And now it is time for everyone's favorite, a stealth puzzle. We've got monkey guards that will knock us out and throw us off the platform if they see us. So we need to very sneakily sneak our way through here, getting everything we need. We are going to blow this entire place up. So we need explosives, which we can get here. And we need to put them in satchels, which we can get here. But all of this requires us making our way around this entire area. It's going to be a slow process, because we're not going to do any of the super fancy corner tricking to juke past the monkeys. We will just wait for them to get past, and then we will get past. There's multiple guards, multiple locations. Some of the safe spots are only safe from one direction because of the way that they turn. So there is a lot to deal with here. There are compromised supports and various other things that you need to explode. There's the satchels, or yep, empty satchels. So that is our first destination. All the way over there. There's only so many ways you can go. Just barely saved that one. They have amusing lines of sight. Standing right next to him, impossible. Can't be done. Nothing to see here. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. We're just here between the crates. Don't worry about me. So yeah, that's a lot of going through here, dodging the monkeys. And then you also need to go backwards through a lot of it, which for the most part's the same kind of situation. They should probably get better guards. Now we're over here. In order to get to the satchels, we need to head up a floor. Maybe. There's 3 floors here. It's a bit of a mess. Nope. Not upstairs. Not upstairs is where we need to be. Running right behind this monkey. He's not paying any attention. Hilarious. Going to this side, where we have another compromised support that we need to blow up later. We need to continue making our way this way. We're not going to make it before that monkey gets back, so right here. We need to head to this ladder over here. With the amount of time we have to spend waiting for the monkey guards to get past and come back, our full graceful seems to be doing the trick. Getting all of our run energy that we're going to need. Now we're up here on the 2nd floor. There's also another ladder up to the 3rd floor, but that is for later. For now, we just need to head on south. Follow this monkey. Get into a safe spot. We're right behind him. And then we got this monkey. He's going to come back this way. So we're going to use a half safe spot here. On his way up, he'll walk right past. But coming back, he'll be facing right towards us. So that's no good. Once we're past him, right down to this floor. And luckily for us, there are no monkey guards guarding the way to the satchels here. So we can just run right on past and grab the empty satchels. We need 6 in total. And now we just need to fill them with gunpowder. So that means some backtracking. Back to the first ladder that we did not need to go up the first time. Back on the 2nd floor again, where we have more monkeys and all that jazz. It is technically faster to try to do the corner tricking, but it just makes things more difficult than it needs to be. If you get caught, you get chucked straight off. And currently it's not a huge situation, but once we get the gunpowder in the satchels, then it becomes problematic. Because falling in the water, when they throw you off, ruins the gunpowder. And then, you need to go all the way back over here to get more of the gunpowder. So that's just no good at all. Not ideal. Not what you want. One more monkey guard between us and the gunpowder. Seems like they decided to actually guard this slightly. Not that's going to do them any good. Not that's going to do them any good. Sneak on past. And fill the satchels. 6 satchels to blow up 6 things. Make sure we get gunpowder in all of them, so we don't end up needing to come back here again. But there we go. Now it's time to blow things up. The first objective is right up the ladder that sent us down to the gunpowder. Satchel on compromised floorboards. Carefully set it down. But now, we need to maneuver more back around the entire structure. Back along the path that we took to get to the satchels, we've got a compromised support. 2 out of 6. Back at the ladder that goes to all 3 floors, we get to swing across a vine. Why exactly they have a vine growing here is a whole separate question. But here it is. I guess they're monkeys. They can enjoy a nice vine swing now and then. Then we sneak behind this monkey and get a random event. Go away. I'm busy. Shoo. And now we have this situation. From here, it's only safe from one direction. So we need to be very, very aware of the monkeys we're dealing with here. He's going to come back down this way. Probably. Leg it up to this spot. As we get higher and higher up and further into the puzzle, there are less and less spots that are really safe. We can make it past here and place down another satchel on the compromised floorboards. And then we just need to get back out of it. Back past where we swung across the vine. Continue heading southwards. Always aware that monkeys could be coming. There's one coming from above. I think we're okay. Doesn't look like there's any more along this path, at least. We can climb up this ladder. Right next to a monkey guard. Oh boy. But now we are on the top floor. Very jam-packed with guards. Very dangerous. One mistake, and we're done. Look at all of them. My goodness. He's gonna come back this way. He's gonna come back this way, though. So we can't be there. That's no good for anyone. Wait for him to turn his back. And we can hide over here. Oh, it's an awkward situation right now. This one right here is going to be problematic. He's only patrolling of 3 squares here. My goodness. But we can make it. Use the satchel on the gas cylinder. That'll be a very nice explosion. Swinging back across the vine. Always a fun time. We need to make our way to the top floor from the other side. From here, we would not have been able to get I guess we maybe could have gone to the gas cylinder. Either way, whatever. We're up here again. Top floor. But now we need to go the other way. So away we go. More monkey guards. All over the place. Because, of course, they're guarding. Just not a very good job of it. Humorously. Follow this guy. Get into another corridor. Realistically, if they just had 2 guards, one looking one way, one looking the other way, we literally couldn't get out of here. It wouldn't be anything. Dodge that one just barely, my goodness. It's a dangerous game we play. But we play it. And we're going for it. And this guard is the last one in the way of us getting up to the top here to blow up another gas cylinder. And he's gonna stop here. Yep, he does. And now, there's just one left. And it is way back at the beginning. So what we need to do is basically backtrack through this entire place without getting caught for the last satchel. And here is the last support. All 6 have been placed. Now I just need to get back to the boat. And then somehow they will explode. I guess. We constructed a timer somehow. I don't know. But all we need to do is get out of here. Technically, we could get seen, tossed off, and then exit on the boat, and it would be fine. But for story purposes, let's see if we can just get out of here entirely. Without ever being found. A perfect sneaky mission. There were a few close calls. Accidentally did a corner one time. Nearly got seen another. But overall, we're doing it. One final guard between us and blowing this whole joint. Later. We row back, narrowly escaping the explosions. And we were smart enough to not row the boat right back to the guard that was there. So good on us. Good job. The Alliance has been destroyed. The airship yard obliterated. Now all that's left is some secret. And then we can take the fight straight to Gloff. Next time. Goodbye.